You're such an asshole.
Asshole Consulting, how you guys doing? All right. Hey, asshole. So I developed this big crush on a girl back in high school, back in spring of 2014 to be exact. Here's a picture of the girl I've attached to this email. She's a 9.5 out of 10. So you're already in the danger zone. Danger zone. Lana. What? Great fucking show. I always had a big crush on this gal since 2014 and really wanted to be with this chick. Maybe the biggest crush I've ever had on you. Dude, you've graduated 4 years ago now. You are 22 and you still sound like a fucking 13-year-old boy. Let's stop right fucking there. You're gonna knock that fucking shit off now. You're simping. To borrow the vernacular from a good friend, O'Shea Jackson. Not just O'Shea, the black community in general. And really wanted to be with this chick. Maybe the biggest crush I ever had on a girl. Was really emotionally invested in her. Dude, it's just so funny. Like, she hasn't even said boo to you, and you're emotionally invested in her. I'll grant you forgiveness when you're a dipshit 7th grader. Yeah, but by the time you're a senior, I maybe a little bit, but no. She liked me as well, being the spineless, no balls having coward. All right. Confession and admission is the first step. No balls having coward I was back in high school, never had the guts to approach her and talk to her. Today, however, I have developed a much tougher mentality since high school and did talk to her. Good. I approached her at the gym we both go to, and our conversation was a brief minute-long chit-chat. Regardless, it was electrifying and exciting that we finally got talking. Oh, you've wasted your entire life pining for this girl. I asked her for a number. She said, I have a boyfriend, said thanks anyway, and walked away. That's an opportunity. That's a good one for the old Clairmeister's, not patented, but let's just say patented line. He said, well, if anyone goes on the critical list, let me know. That's an awesome one. It's from Charade. Don't worry, no girl is ever going to watch Charade today. The last woman to watch Charade is 63 years old, all right? So no young, good-looking gals know what that movie came from. But I said, well, if anyone goes on the critical list, let me know. Said thanks anyways and walked away. I was a bit crushed. I maybe thought I would listen to some lovely love songs up until 3 a.m. Yeah, because you're a pussy, all right? But I have a pump instead of a heart. No, you still have a heart. You wouldn't have had that thought cross your mind. You would have been like, yeah, that's the way that one went. And you wouldn't have even... Man, watch my video on mistakes and lessons learned in dating women. You date above 8, but you never commit or get invested in it. Girls, once you get too good looking, and this is a 9.5, borderline 10, you don't get invested in that shit. You're just like, well, that's danger. Like, yeah, if I can have sex with that or date it, fine. But you don't get emotionally involved with that. I have a pump instead of a heart and did not feel completely down. Good. Rather felt accomplished than I manned up and approached her. Good. There's progress. Did something I have been planning for a while. We both go to the same gym at the same time, at the same day. So my question is, should I wait until she's single again, hopefully, and hope the second time is a charm, or do I move on and find new girls? Video request, please. All right. Find other girls. This girl is always going to have a boyfriend. Always. Normally, if a girl says, I have a boyfriend, it shouldn't deter you, because they always switch in and out of boyfriends. But almost always when a girl says she has a boyfriend, that means she doesn't want to go out with you, right? And it's just a polite, cowardly way to say, I'm not interested in you, you're not physically attractive enough for me, and I'm going to go after Jock McJockinson or whatever. If it was a girl that was flirting with you, you can always kind of tell... oh, but I have a boyfriend, or I have a husband. Dude, that shit don't mean crap no more. If this was the 40s or the 50s, where marriage kind of meant something, or they're going steady, alright, fine. But today's marriage is merely going steady of the 1940s. I just have so little respect, because in the past, he's, oh, I got a boyfriend, and then they're out banging some other guy the next week, or they're going out with you. But the delineation, or the determination you need to make is, do they have an interest in you? And they will let you know. They'll talk to you, they'll flirt with you, whatever. This girl wasn't flirting with you. This was a short, brief conversation. She probably knew you had a crush on her, because your behavior back in high school would have been a tell. Pass up. Don't waste any. You wasted enough time on this already. Stop wasting your time. Go chase after another girl. All right? If she comes up and starts to, say, hey, how you doing? That kind of thing, fine. Be cordial, be civil. Be polite. Just a little bit of chit chat here and there. But no, you're not going to get it. You're not. I asked you to send me some pictures to see whether you were even in the same league. You didn't. I'm going to just expect you're not. Because very rarely do men look this attractive. I mean, very rarely does anyone break the 9.5, 10 barrier. All right? You're not going to get her. Stop wasting your time and emotion. You seem to be making great progress on that. All right? You're very realistic. You're very based. No, there is no second time is the charm. She'll let you know. If there's an outside chance, she'll let you know. She'll start to, oh, hey, what are you doing? Then you got the green light. But no, don't. And here's the other thing, dude. Trust it. The hot crazy matrix is not bullshit. Now, before this guy came along, we were already establishing those rules and lessons. The hotter the chick is, the more she is shielded from the real world, which means the more delusional she is, which means the more mental problems and the more of a pain in the ass she is. She may be hot. That's it. That's all that girl has, is her looks. Because if you were to date her, and whoever is dating her, and trust you me, there's a line of guys who got a lot more money, bigger dicks, and taller and better looking than you are, that she's going to go out before she sells for your ass. These guys are just going to pay and shield her and not let her suffer any consequences of her decisions at all. And so they are dealing with a mental. I can almost guarantee you that good looking of a girl has mental issues. And I know to you pretty ladies out there that have it, I know two really good looking girls, and it's almost like going through a black hole. It warps time and space. Where they're so good looking, no guy approaches them. None. I've only met two like that, and it's bizarro world once you get into the black hole where no guy is going to approach them. And even then, because no guy's talking to them, they're brought up skewed because they're so good looking that you can't even have a normal relationship. It's if they're above, like I said, above an 8, you cannot date. I mean, you could date, but but don't come. It's just not going to happen. So you're not missing out, is what I'm saying. Yeah, it'd be great to throw a couple into this gal. She's very pretty. Don't get me wrong. My experience has been 9's and above, especially. It was not worth the sex. It was not worth whatever relationship or sex I got out of the rare 9's and above that I dated. Was not worth the bullshit. They will make you pay to have access to that vagina, all right? And they were very average in bed, to be perfectly honest, all right? Your zone, depending on how ugly, let's say you're like one of my, Cappy Catbites out there. You work out, you're better looking than average, you're 7.5. Your range is 8 to about 6. 6.5 if she's, really, that's the good range. That's the good range. 6s to 8s, that's kind of where you want to be. You do not want to be chasing after 9's and 10's. All right? Okay, glad we have this chat. You guys got questions and need advice from your older brother so you don't suffer as much as he did. Go to assholeconsulting.com. Tell your friends and family and all that other stuff for people who are fucking up their lives. What else? You can buy books. You know what? Links are all down below. Go check out the links. That should satisfy it. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.